Hi, I'm Jan Harrell at Cool Tools in Wisconsin, and I'm here to show you a wonderful technique that uses silk screens and mica powders to really give a pop to your enamel designs. So today we're going to do something really fun for enameling. We're going to use silk screens to put a gold mica powder onto our lovely enameled creations. So we're doing silk screening in enamel. That's pretty neat. We're going to take equal spoonfuls of this gel medium and this gold mica powder. Isn't that luscious? So you want to be sure you have a face mask on for this. You don't want to breathe this, it gets in the air. Once we have combined it with the gel medium, we will be fine, and then we can screen this on. So let's put a spoonful. Yeah, a spoonful of each. And then we're going to mix it so it looks like frosting. So it takes a little bit of combining to get this in a good suspension. Since we're going to be putting it through a screen, we have to get the lumps out. And let's not contaminate our gel medium with that particular color of mica, because we will use others. There's many different colors of the gold, and there's several different colors of silver. So whatever carat gold that you like, you can probably find it in a mica powder. So mica is a ground product. If you grew up in the 70s and wore that horrible blue eyeshadow, that was mica powder. And it was just put on your face. So I'm stirring this up, and it's going to take a while before it's in suspension. Oops. Yep, and then now it's starting to combine together. If it's a little thick, you can add a tad more of the gel medium, but don't add any water at this time. We want this kind of a thick consistency, so when we screen it into the beautiful screens that are here at Cool Tools, it's not going to spread. It's going to just pick up that exact edge of these screens. And I think these screens are about 120 mesh screens, so we should get some beautiful detail with that. So can you see how that kind of looks like gold frosting? And these are the screens that we have. I've picked a few of these out of the many that they have here at Cool Tools. I like this small patterning because I think it really looks good on top of an enamel product, and it doesn't have huge areas of the gold mica. So we have taken some of these wonderful templates here, and it fits exactly one of my discs that I have counter enameled, and I've also put a dark blue on the top. So you could choose to do this with silver mica or gold, but I kind of like my gold a lot. I'm going to fit it in the hole. I've taped two of them together, so that's almost exactly the lift that I need on this piece. And I'm going to take this one. The thing about this template holding my disc in place that makes it really wonderful is we can wash this off. And that's great because this mica stuff, it's beautiful, but it gets everywhere. But you don't care because it's beautiful. So if you've ever silk screened in your life, this is kind of a mini version of it. You've put down a bead of the compound that we've mixed together. I've got this wonderful piece that the template was made out of, and I'm going to use that as a squeegee to pull across the piece. And then let's see what we have. Oh, well, that's lovely. So a few things about the mica powder. This is on an enameled surface that has what I call grain enamel on it. So it has a pretty healthy coat of enamel on here. When I put this in the kiln and fire it, the mica can only stay on the surface where it touches. So a lot of this is going to come off after the firing, but don't be alarmed. You will have enough there that it makes a wonderful image on the piece. And I really like that difference between that. You could make a whole set of jewelry and earrings just using a dark background like this cobalt blue or black and putting gold on top of it, because nobody doesn't like some gold. I want to show another version of this on a larger piece so you can really get the ooh and ah of this. I have this whiteboard, and I think I'll use a different design on this one because I haven't done this one today and I want to see how it looks. Mica is relatively cheap. I mean, gold is so expensive. Who can work in gold anymore? So I like the fact that the powder gives me that gold pop, but it's a lot more economical. Now, if I was screening several of these, that's really the way to go. Get it set up for a few hours of working on this. And I'm trying to be sure that every area of this gets screened on there, and you can kind of see it because it fills up the holes. When I'm screening and squeegeeing on here, I'm trying to take off the extra. So all of this is going to burn up in the kiln, but if you have a lot of the gel medium and you haven't made a good pull on your screen, you're just putting more stuff in the kiln, and you know, it kind of gets, it might affect a little bit of the way the final product looks. It could have some bubbling in it. So let's see how that pull did. Oh, wow. Wow. If there was anything I wanted to change on this, I could dry it on top of the kiln. And because this is an acrylic medium, it's going to be very sturdy. I could come back in here and sgraffito. So if I just wanted it in a small area, I might take a brush and take that away now, or I could wait till it dries and sgraffito it. But who would take away any of that beautiful gold on here? So I'm going to go to the kiln and fire these, 1400 degrees for about 2 minutes for each one of these pieces, and then I'll be back. So there are a lot of other creative ways that you can use up this gel medium that's mixed with the mica, and I want to show you a few fun things that you can do. I've got this piece that I was working on the other day. It has 2 colors of enamel on it, but it needs something. It's kind of lonely. So the gel medium is water-based. So once again, I'm going to put a surfactant. So when I start doing my brushwork on there, the enamel will not pool up. It will glide over the top. So once again, wiping it on and wiping it off. So I'm just going to take this and paint it like it was acrylic paint. Mica powders are something that are generally used towards the end of your project. They're kind of that finishing little touch of gold or silver that's going to really add a little bit of creativity to your project. You throw your own little design motif in here. It's not something that you would start a project with and then build colors around it, though it's pretty stable. I have fired pieces that have mica in them for 4 and 5 firings. If you put enamel on top of the mica, it takes away a little bit of that matte texture and a little bit of the glimmer that you get from it. So I usually only do that if I really don't like the piece and I need to add some other design elements to it. And I'll show you a few examples of those that I've layered the mica. The one thing that really kills the chatoyancy, I think that's really a word, the chatoyancy of the mica is putting a flux on top. So I try to leave it, like I said, as the last possible thing that I'm working on. So I could, you know, keep painting on this, but that really has helped this piece. I mean, it went from blah to wow, wow, because gold does that. Another fun thing to do with this same compound that I have is to use the wonderful stencils that are here at Cool Tools and sponge them on. So let me show you how to do that. Once again, we're going to put a little bit of surfactant on here. And which area do I want? Just maybe some polka dots. I'm going to take this cute little sponge. And if any of you have done stencil work in your homes around the top of the ceilings and rooms, this is not any different than that, except you're putting it on a piece that's going to be fired and grow up to be something better than a wall. So sometimes you have to twirl it a little over here and get that little pat, pat, pat going. You don't want it too loose or it's going to scooch up under this stencil material. Oh, can you see that? That's just gorgeous. That's made this the center of interest of this little panel, and I think that's just fabulous. And I didn't have to draw those like I did here because I'm lazy, but I did it through this grid. Fabulous. Let me go fire these. While your pieces are firing in the kiln, that's your time to do your cleanup work. This is a acrylic-based medium, and it's just like latex paint. If it dries in your screen is useless. So be sure and use a toothbrush with running water under the sink to really get all of that silk screen cleaned and put it up to the light to be sure those holes are still there in the screen. Also, clean your brushes out and your little palette knife. You want all that so you can use it again. And the edges of the stencil, all of that. So it's all water-based product. Clean it up fast, let them dry, and you're ready to use them over and over again. Here are some beautiful examples of what this technique can allow you to do on your enameled projects. The smaller pieces that you would do for jewelry work, or maybe if you decided to do some small panel work. But gold, cheap mica powder mixed with a gel medium goes a long way into making these pieces really look spectacular. Now, wasn't that fun and easy? And who doesn't like to use a little bit of gold in their projects? I sure like it. And thanks for watching.
Visit our Learning Center at cooltools.us for more cool jewelry making videos. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and be sure to sign up for our email list to be the first to hear about new videos, new products, and other cool stuff from Cool Tools.